So how did Rainbow House in the Philippines begin? Well, to answer that question, we need to go back to the events of the night of December the 16th, 2011. A tropical storm began pounding the city of Iligan. But as this was the 21st tropical cyclone to enter the country that year, most people thought it was going to be just like any other. But they were wrong. In fact, Typhoon Sendong, as it was named, would turn out to be the strongest, most powerful typhoon of the entire year. So as the rain and the strong winds intensified, first of all, the power supply to the whole city was cut off about 1 a.m. But what happened next would be etched in the minds of those living in Iligan for the rest of their lives. The nearby rivers reached unprecedented levels, causing flash floods to come crashing down the mountainside and right into the city. And all this in the middle of the night, when of course most people were sleeping. The aftermath of Typhoon Sendong saw over 1,200 dead, in excess of 6,000 injured. It destroyed or damaged over 50,000 homes, of course leaving thousands displaced and seeking refuge. It was the day after the typhoon that one of the members of our charity, Care and Compassion, received a desperate phone call from an Australian friend who just happened to be on holiday in Iligan at that time. He was pleading for people to come and help. Well, in no time at all, a small team was rallied, and on Christmas Eve they left Brisbane for the Philippines. They worked tirelessly, setting up medical clinics to treat flood-related injuries. They gave out food parcels, hundreds of food parcels and cooking equipment, and they helped practically to rebuild and repair lots and lots of people's homes. The team were then able to negotiate the use of one floor of a warehouse, which was then converted into sort of cubicles, living spaces for several families who'd lost absolutely everything. And the charity committed to providing them with food and shelter for 6 months. And so those families moved in. But you know what disturbed the team the most was seeing the children who'd been orphaned by the flood. They were having to remain in a makeshift government shelter and were obviously very vulnerable. Well, to cut a long story short, one by one the families moved out, and during this time all the necessary legal paperwork was completed and approved for an orphanage to be started in Iligan. The warehouse then became home to 10 children, and this marked the beginning of Rainbow House. The children are now there, they're living there, they're happy, they're loved, they're cared for by a team of wonderful house parents. But Rainbow House is run very much on a shoestring budget. We have no big sponsors, we simply rely on donations from individuals, and month by month we manage to meet the expenses, but sometimes only just. We would really love to see the children moved out of the warehouse, out of that busy and noisy and polluted city really, into a house and a place that they can call home, so that they can have things that we all take for granted, things like a window in their bedroom. Rainbow House is actually licensed to care for 16 children, and the house parents are often approached and asked if they'll take more children in, but at the moment we have to remain with the 10 children we have because we just don't have the funds to do that. Last year, a portion of the warehouse was converted into a tuition centre for the local community. We've called that Rainbow Learning Centre, and we're really hoping that as this initiative gets underway, it will help to fund some of the expenses of Rainbow House. But right now, we're still very much in need of sponsors. So I'd like to ask you, would you consider partnering with us in this very worthy cause? Rainbow House is an initiative of the charity Care and Compassion, and we are based right here in Brisbane, Australia. All donations, whether large or small, regular or one-off, would all help to make a difference in the lives of these children. And every donation over $2 is fully tax deductible. For more information, please visit our website www.rainbowhouseiligan.com or contact us via email rainbowhouseiligan@gmail.com. Thank you for your interest in Rainbow House, and we would love to hear from you.